I'm an RE2 speedrunner. Play everything with a PlayStation 3 pad. I've submitted 17 different OG RE2 runs so far. And yeah, I'm going to show you Leon B shotgun only. So this should be interesting.
Brilliant. Subsonics, welcome. I really appreciate you being part of this event today. I'm really looking forward to this run.
Thank you for having me.
No, it's an absolute pleasure. I will hand you over to Flynn. If Flynn wants to pick up any commentary, and Tom Parno will also jump in at times as well.
Cool.
I'm sure you might want to do a countdown for the timer before you press start on that. But yeah, I'll leave you guys to it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, dude.
So yeah, if you want to call yourself down, mate, we'll make sure we get the timer going.
Right, we'll do. I'll
free to go, mate.
I'll tell you when. Right, 3, 2, 1, go.
And we're off.
Right, so here we are, Leon B shotgun only. Let's see if I can remember to pick up all the ammo. That's the important thing. Yeah, so this...
Is Leon B and Claire B identical runs?
No. They're quite... Oops. It's quite similar in the routes, but Leon B is definitely the hardest route. The hardest route to do.
Right.
I think Claire B is my favourite one. It's quite chill compared to Leon B.
You're a glutton for punishment then, doing Leon B with only a shotgun as well.
Yeah. Yeah, because Leon...
you that way then, Flynn.
Leon B's a category extension on OG RE2. Category extension's fun. You can do pistol only, kill Mr. X every time you see him. There's bowgun only with Claire, there's all sorts, it's pretty cool.
The extensions are fun categories to run, really are.
They really are.
I think a lot of people seem to predominantly go for obviously the any percent and stuff like that in speedruns, but
yeah,
everyone should check out the category extensions because they are really some great runs there. Like there's you know, there's helipad tyrant in RE1, there's handgun only, there's shotgun only, there's knife only. RE2's got knife as well.
That's one thing I've never.
Fun stuff.
That's one thing I've never looked into is the RE1 category extensions.
Oh yeah, you definitely should. There's quite a few. There's V-Jolt as well.
We're getting close.
The handgun. You wouldn't think those crows would be so much of a problem, but
no, you wouldn't.
Catch you now and again.
Yeah. Yeah, them crows can get you at any time. Like all of a sudden, they can just get you straight away. Sometimes they don't. It's like whoa. Sketchy. The biggest difference is going from RE2 and Biohazard 2. I found that out when I was doing PSN. Because on PSN, for some reason, Leon A and B runs faster in RE2 than Biohazard 2. Right, Mr. X dodge, can we get it? Let's go. This is tight.
Mr. X and his ridiculously big shoes.
Oh, didn't get it. Yeah, getting past Mr. X there, it's extremely tight. 2 lickers to get past here. Didn't get that either.
Look at that hammer fist punch he did.
It's just mad because the first 5 minutes of Leon B, you've got all the lickers. Mr. X, more lickers, it's like, what? Here comes another one.
Maroxide is in chat and has asked, what's the crack sub?
What's the crack?
Crack, whatever.
How's it going, Maroxide dude? Happy Sunday, man.
Leon B is one way to introduce him to his new workplace, isn't it? Lickers, Mr. X.
I did have a set of notes in front of us to tell us where I was picking up the shotgun shells, and it's gone.
You know,
sure, it'll be fine.
You should see my main PC monitor. I've got post-it notes stuck down the left side with all the puzzles for RE3 for my race later on.
Nice. Has to be done, man. Has to be done.
It does.
Because that was one of the hardest things trying to learn on this game, was all 4 scenarios in the same like environment. It really throws you, especially when you go from different ports as well. At the minute I've done
imagine, yeah, because
5 different ports: PlayStation emulator, PSN, PC, GameCube emulator. I think there was something else as well. Too many. Where's that node gone? I'm sure I'll be alright. Leon's like, what? More zombies? Or zombies? It's mad because compared to Leon A, there's not a lot of people run Leon B. But I don't know why.
Hey, wait!
I've noticed that on the leaderboards, there's not a hell of a lot of submissions, is there?
Like, to me, Leon B seems to be the most, like, unpopular one, and Leon A being the most popular one. But, I think it's the first, like, 5 or 10 minutes of this route that puts people off, because it's like, licker, 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 Mr. X, licker, licker, and you're like, holy crap. Especially this next corridor coming up as well. Getting past the stars of us is, interesting.
Have you seen a little girl?
Well, I will wait for you to get past there before we give the do the donation.
Yeah, if you've got some donations to say, feel free now. We're in a cutscene.
Oh, right. Well, we've just had $10 from Maroxide saying, well done so far, keep it up, guys.
Thank you very much, Maroxide. Legend.
It might be the reason why people aren't running Leon B. Just try to run it for 5 minutes. Oh no, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, so this bit here, headshot. That one shot was meant to take out 2 there, and you're straight through. Because normally on a PC run, the shotgun only, which I'm doing now, I would only start the run if I could get past all those guys with no damage. Like past Mr. X with no damage, past all the lickers with no damage, and to this point, which was quite hard to do.
Yeah.
Because this
Well,
entire...
while you're pushing statues, we've just had another donation. Sorry to butt in.
Yeah, go for it.
We've had $5 from Moby. Good luck, sub. Top streamer, DJ,
Moby
and
File.
speedrunner. Hope
Thank you.
RNG treats you well. The dreaded box puzzle.
Thank you very much, Moby File, dude. Legend.
And another $5 in from Paul Rainier with B Scenarios Hype.
B Scenario.
Thank you very much, you two.
Thank you very much, guys. Legends. Right, so I want to pick that up first. A scenario. It's mad because on the A scenario you do like 3 laps at the police station. Leon B, you just kind of do one,
you do.
and you're away. So that's one thing that used to throw me on Leon A. If you reset the game a few times in a row, because you have to do the laps at the police station that many times, you just get lost. You end up running to a door and it's like, it's locked, and you're like, what? Reset. Reaching for that good old
We have
F9
jazz
key.
hands now on the way back.
No, there's no jazz hands on there, Leon B.
No jazz hands. Ah.
No jazz hands. No. I'm gonna have to pay attention because I was meant to pick up the first box of shotgun shells and I've missed it.
Oh, I will shut up. Let you concentrate.
The first time, it's alright, we're going back into the room. It's alright, it's cool. It's just nice not having zombies down here. Especially in this following room. Because everybody loves the evidence room. There's a set of shotgun shells right here though. Somewhere. And you see Marvin in here and you don't get the cutscene with Marvin. Right, so this dodge, go up here, turn around. He's moving extremely slow. He's moving slow as well. And let's go straight out. Nice.
Turbo Marvin.
Marvin's like, what? It's just nice being able to get the key straight away and go straight to Ada. Within like the first
That's
10
an
minutes of
extra
the game.
challenge, that, isn't it? Not only dealing with Marvin, but those 3 zombies in the office as well.
Yeah. Right, I'm gonna get this ammo now. Should I take the map? No. You don't have to worry about that zombie. He gets close. Sketchy. This bit's a bit, push this guy out of the way. Quite a few zombies in there. Take a tight line, watch him, watch the other guy.
What a clean corridor that was.
And cutscene. So if any donations, feel free to read them out.
They've really rammed the zombies in there, haven't they, for B scenarios?
Leon B, there's like there's so much stuff to get past. It's crazy.
Sorry about that. When I saw the
So we're gonna do the old Subsonic's Tinder profile now. So what got you into speedrunning, dude? And especially the Resident Evil games.
That's a good question. I mean, RE2, RE1 and 2 is like one of my favourite games of all time, and what led us into speedrunning this game was when I was doing the RE2 randomizer on the PC. After about a week or so, I just thought, I wonder if you can finish this in less than an hour. So the first run came in at like 58 minutes, and I've just been kind of slowly chipping away since. Because I was big into like racing games. When I first started streaming a few years ago, I used to do a lot of sim racing. And started taking that a little bit too, because I'm sitting in a sim racing rig, and I kind of took that a little bit professionally and kind of sucked the fun out of it. So
right.
I don't know, speedrunning kind of, I don't know, it kind of fits the bill. It's like a racing game, but zombies and you're on foot.
Well, we've just had a $10 donation from Nox Gaming saying,
"Oh, Nox
Gaming,
Gaming,
on the run subs. You got this. Just think of 40s Chris, and it will get you."
40s Chris. Thank you very much, Nox Gaming. Absolute legend.
You know what I love about donations is the inside jokes. We just read them out, and then you see the streamer react, and you're like, "Yeah, that's an inside joke."
Like 40s Chris, you know, on the intro to Biohazard 1, where Chris runs away from the camera and he's like, "Ah!" Like if you click off the game on the PC, you can freeze the screen. So I just made an emote out of Chris's face, just doing that. I've called him 40s Chris.
I just love how awkwardly Chris smokes that cigarette in the starting
cutscene. Yeah.
Of Resident Evil, because no one smokes like that.
No. Like, I quit smoking a few years ago, and every time I see that scene, it's like, damn it, Chris, this makes me want to stop smoking.
I mean, the worst thing I ever did was I quit smoking once, and I started watching Mad Men on telly. You know, it's like an advertisement drama thing, and they're smoking in every bloody scene. I was like, Jesus, this is killing me.
It's like back in the 90s where everybody just smoked.
Does anyone know where they put the
I miss the days of smoking in pubs, because now you go into a pub and it just smells like
vape.
Yeah. Well, I look at it this way: smoke just hit the BO, and everything else
true. Very true, very true. Interesting fact here: Ben's actually the same height as Mr. X. Is Ben Mr. X? Yeah. In the rando mod I was doing, you can switch the character models in different places, and there's one point there, Ben's in the STARS office instead of Claire, and you're just like, "Hello, Ben." He's like off the screen. It's like, what? Mad.
But do you even know how to get out of the city?
There's actually some action replay codes for the PlayStation 1 where you can play as pretty much any character. It's quite interesting. I think you can play through the entire game as Tofu or Ada. You can even give Tofu guns as well.
That's one thing I never played on the OGs was Tofu.
Tofu. It's recently I started doing speedruns of Tofu. Well, trying to get Tofu as fast as you can. It's like, before you know how to get through it, it's very daunting and you're like, not a chance. But as soon as you know how to do it, it's quite addictive.
Yeah.
Because you can do the whole run in less than 3 minutes. So it's just like, you just want to do it over and over and over again.
I loved it on the remakes when I watched people running Tofu and you see the chunks taken out of him as he's being bit.
I've never actually seen Tofu on the remake yet.
Oh, haven't you? You should check it out. Yeah, once you get tagged by a zombie, all of a sudden a few chunks of tofu's taken out. When you're in danger, you basically eat half a lump.
That's class.
I don't think I've introduced myself.
If there's any more donations, now's a good time. Well, I'll just check my notes on the ammo.
We haven't, I'm afraid, as of yet.
Yeah, no worries.
Guys, don't forget. Come on, let's get those donations in. It's been absolutely amazing so far. I can't believe we've put the goal up twice now.
What's the total up to now? Is it up to 69.69 yet?
We're on £3,139.69. Dollars, sorry, I just did a moon.
That's amazing, guys.
We are on a 69.
I like it. That's amazing. Amazing.
This has been, you know, we have worked on this ridiculously hard on the build up and the late nights trying to get everything going.
Yeah.
And just to see that money raised and to see everyone having a laugh in chat and stuff has been worth the sleepless nights and
Yeah, definitely, man,
everything.
definitely.
So and if it wasn't for you runners coming on board as well, you know, we wouldn't have a marathon to put on. So, you know,
Yeah.
it's great. Everyone I approached was completely great.
Yeah.
And without hesitation submitted runs.
Yeah, everyone's done a fantastic job. Been enjoying the run so far as well. It's been a lot of runs that I haven't seen before, that I've you know, seen for the first time, and it's like, whoa. Like Resident Evil HD HD remaster. I've never seen that before, to be honest.
It's a lovely game.
It is.
It crosses your mind to learn to speedrun that, but I really enjoy watching Tom run it, Pess, Sweaker. And
Yeah.
I think if I learned to run it, it might suck the fun out of watching it.
Yeah.
That might sound.
Yeah, I'm with you, I'm with you. I mean, like, when I go to speedrun stuff, I'll only speedrun stuff that I've, like, previously loved or, like, grew up playing. So I can like, for example, when I learned RE2 Remake a long time ago, I found that extremely difficult just because it was, like, new. So I just kind of put that down and never really gave it a chance, you know. Whereas, like, this RE2 I bought on release day back in '98, so I kind of knew it inside out before starting run of it, which gives you a little bit of an advantage.
Absolutely, yeah. So no dogs, zombies here. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is a little bit different. In a lot of ways, Leon B's easier than Leon A. Because Leon A, there's so much stuff that can go wrong. But then again, there isn't any scenario, so...
Hey,
Yeah, very true. But it just doesn't get old, this game, does it?
No, it doesn't. I just like the way there's so many different categories and ports on this.
Ada, wait!
Ada, wait. Ada didn't wait. Ada never waits.
I've also got to give you 10 out of 10, that godly transition of yours in RE1 in the main hall.
Which
I don't
transition?
think I'll ever see that again. You know when you're, let's search the hall, and you legged it.
Oh,
and it
yes,
didn't even cut. That was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah. That was like pixel perfect movement by complete accident. It was like one of those moments I saw that, and I never saw it happen. It was like, what? That's probably never going to happen again.
Well, we've all been joking about it since when we've been practicing the RE1 or whatever. It's like, can we get a sub transition here or?
And dogs are just chilling. You know when you got a feeling you've forgotten something? I'm getting that feeling. I hope I haven't forgotten anything. Oh. Right.
Flamboyant Flamingo has asked a question. Is this on an emulator?
No, this is PC. This is the Source Next version. Source Next PC. Just with a PlayStation 3 pad with their joy to key.
Sub does run other ones though, emulated ones as well.
Yeah, that's correct, yes. I first started off on the PlayStation emulator with a PlayStation 4 pad. Which for some reason I just find the PlayStation 3 pad a lot easier to use. I think it's just because I've been using this shape of controller ever since Gran Turismo 1 in 1997.
Ooh, look at that. What a lovely blue hallway that was.
Cheers, man. It's nice not having zombies down
Sorry,
here
I've got a delay, I should say, if I'm watching the stream. So
3, 2, 1, smash. I've made a big mistake already. I was meant to dump 3 items at the start of the game and I just dumped 2. Because this first aid spray I have to use to pick up the cog.
oh right. Oh, is there a liquor in here?
No, there is with Claire. I think it's on Claire A. You get a liquor with you in here, yeah. But with Claire A, it's one of those scenarios I don't want to go back to because I don't enjoy it. Hats off to the people who do, right? There's Richard O'Brien, watch out. The Crystal Maze begins. You should be able to just jump straight through the hole in the wall instead of going out the door. 3, 2, 1, smash. this zombie dodge. Ooh. Ooh.
I've just seen Tom's post. Please do not donate to that incentive of Magnum %.
Yeah, please do.
What's the what's the Magnum % incentive?
It's to turn mine and Dan Spence's RE3 OG race into no grenade launcher, Magnum only. And I haven't ran it before, so it's going to be an interesting one.
Sounds interesting. Ooh, that was close. This can be a little bit sketchy.
Well, you tell me when you're free for a donation reading.
Yeah, go for it.
Obviously, I've got a delay, so I don't want to...
Yeah, feel free to read out any donations.
Sorry. We've had $10 from Reptalian. Here's to an amazing cause and a legend of a speedrunner. Best of luck
Reptalian.
with the sub.
Thank you very much, Reptalian, you absolute legend, sir.
Great to see the Subsonics crew all coming in and giving you support.
That's awesome. Thank you very much, guys. Means a lot, man. Oh, see, at this point in the game, full on, this is why I was trying to keep the first aid spray. Never mind. That's another thing on PC, you usually have SRT. I've forgotten to load up the SRT. I'm just going blind here.
If it makes you feel any better, I
that?
had the SRT up and I still didn't realise that I had the handgun equipped at Train Birkin and not the Magnum.
Oh. 3, 2, 1. That's the thing, there should have been a director's cut of this game. I wonder why there wasn't. Imagine that, RE2 director's cut. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
With some pavement clown music. It's interesting because Mango was saying yesterday that as per true canon on Resident Evil, it's Claire A, Leon B is how the canon story goes, which is pretty interesting. I didn't know that.
Somebody was asking me the same question the other day, and I was like, you know what, I'm not actually too sure.
Yeah, Mango did say that because in Claire B, Sherry isn't actually getting infected at all, and that's clearly explained that she is in RE6 later.
Ah, that explains it. Leon falls onto his knee there, that's gotta hurt. He's like, ugh, the splinters.
Thanks to Suika, I am never going to be able to look at this the right way ever again. But now I can see the spelling mistakes and stuff like that.
Oh yes, good old Japanese to English translations.
He mentioned it on his run yesterday, and I was like, really? And I looked and I saw Dale 911. I was like, oh, I'm never going to unsee that now.
I didn't notice that until recently. Somebody pointed it out, and I was like, how did I miss that? It's like right in front of your face. Dial 911. But I've got a feeling I'm forgetting something here. Oh, we're on low caution as well.
Oh, well, Nox Gaming has put in chat, according to the director, there is no true story. It's your imagination.
Oh, really?
I suppose they weren't thinking long time, were they? You know, they just kind
No.
of did these games and they weren't thinking this is going to set up this.
Yeah, true. Right, we're done with the RPD.
GG.
Thank you very much. Ben gets knocked out. Knockout. Look how he just falls to the floor, he's like, no. How did Birkin get in his cell? How did he get in there?
Oh,
it's like, what?
Just teleported in there, like your transition. We have just had 2 donations. I think we will get them out of the way. We've got $20 from the Stahl Baby.
Oh, yes, Stahl Baby.
Great cause to support and a great run from a true legend. Thank Sorry, good luck subs.
Thank you very much, the Star Baby. Absolute legend.
We have $20 from Alice Empire.
Alice Empire.
Good times.
Yo, Alice, thank you very much, dude. Absolute legends.
Thank you so much, the Subsonics crew that have come in here. The donations are absolutely phenomenal. Thank you so much
guys.
for supporting this and sub.
Cheers, lads.
Completely agree. Thank you, everybody, so much. It's great.
Ben didn't hang in there. Hang in there, Ben. Leon, here's some documents. It's like, what? Leon just throws some documents onto Ben's dead body. It's like, thanks, Ada.
To the chemical plant. I have a feeling that's where I'll find John.
Ada just spin dashes off to the chemical plant.
Hey!
This is Brad.
Still there?
Been flying around for the past 6 months. You just hear him crash.
Crawling with zombies.
I tell you what, Brad is probably the worst helicopter pilot I've ever come across.
If you look in the instruction manual for RE1 OG, it says there's 2 pilots. There's one guy called Brad, everybody knows, and there's another guy called Edward, and it's like, who's Edward?
Edward actually shows up in Zero, crashing in a window.
I'm just gonna play myself safe here because my health is way too low here. Need to pick up a green herb.
Well, in Resident Evil 1, it takes him 36 seconds to land that goddamn helicopter on the biggest helipad you've ever seen.
I'd love to see this RC helicopter just fly in and Jill's like, the hell? How am I meant to get in that?
I don't think anyone felt sorry for Brad when he died in 3. They were just like, yeah, deserves it.
Yeah. Brad doesn't have a good time in RE, like, does he?
No.
Like, don't poisonous, don't poisonous, don't poisonous, don't poisonous. Good. We're good.
Good old Brad Chicken Heart Wickers.
Here we go. Here's G1. He just looks totally drunk here. He leaves the bar and he's like, oh, I can't stand up. He's like a Pokemon, he just keeps on evolving. See if we can get some quick shots done. Let's go.
This is amazing. I haven't actually seen this.
Couldn't press X fast enough. Ugh.
No, GG, mate, well done.
Thank you very much. See,
No,
it is secretly a licker. She just falls from the ceiling. It's like, the hell? She's a licker.
I don't know about Jill Flynn, but I think Matt would enjoy this B scenario without a G down here.
I just had to pause the game
Well,
for a
we're
second just to
actually
load my
going to-
SRT. Just load my SRT. There we go. I'm on 79 HP. That's better.
People on Matt's stream aren't used to seeing past that bridge.
Really?
This is the rest of the game, folks, from Matt's community in here.
Yeah, so Matt, you can start running B so you don't have to deal with the G here anymore. Just take care of William.
Yeah, Bergen's a lot easier to fight there compared to, yeah, the other one. Into the
Ooh,
sewers.
we've just had a $10.31 donation from Vita Moore saying, keep up the amazing work, everyone. Hashtag for the kids. Thank you, Vita.
Thank you very much, dude.
That is the infamous MattRPD.
Yes, Flynn, Tom, thank you ever so much for destroying me once again. I will now go back into the corner of my room.
You sided with Caster. Now.
So yeah, guys, we just met 3,200. That is amazing.
We are
That's incredible.
$300 away from our next goal, which is phenomenal.
That is absolutely incredible. Well done to everybody, seriously. Hats off.
And it's not over. We have got still some fantastic runs coming up. You know, we've got Captain Ezekiel, Resident Evil 7, Experiments doing Nemesis Percent on Resident Evil 3. We've
Nemesis
got 7
Percent.
Ray D. Nemesis Percent. It is brutal, but
I think I've seen that once
record
before.
hold in it.
Oh, nice, nice, nice.
Dethroned All about a week or two ago, I believe it was. And we've also got 7 Ray D back, showing us Claire A standard this time.
Now I remember.
Nice.
One of the men from
Some fantastic runs coming up in the next few hours, and then we're still going to be going into the early hours, finishing off with Pessimism is going to show us Chris Real Survival on Resident Evil HD Remaster.
My husband is the man.
I'm not aware of that one.
I love that bloke. The guy is a speedrunning god.
John's dead. He became one of those zombies. My condolences.
John's dead.
I regret this.
She's got a slight tilt on the gun there, she's totally gangster. Gotta be careful.
I won't let anyone take
The thing is, Annette never shuts up, does she?
She doesn't.
In these games.
She looks like she just fell straight out of Dino Crisis as well. It's like, Dino Crisis is that way. You've gone the wrong way. Swims into the wrong game. Where am I? You're in RE2. Dino Crisis is that way. Okay.
Precisely. My husband will.
They did a very good job with their net on the remake, though. Oh.
None of this would have happened.
Oh yeah, I mean everyone's always going MILF whenever Annette's about in the remake, aren't they? So.
Where did you get that?
We actually have a friend in our community who's torn between Ada and Annette.
I've been holding on to it for her. Liar! Give it back to me.
Here comes the biggest slap in 90s gaming history.
They really didn't. The sound they should have used for that would have been a big whoop.
Yeah, the biggest slap in 90s gaming history is either this or the Tifa slap on Scarlet.
Yeah. That's a good one. Hold X to slap. Charge up the slap. I love this bit. Ada's just like, look at this wall. Amazing. Croc just kills her. You died. That's a shame on the B scenarios, because all the action happens on the A scenarios. Unless you don't kill the Croc, and the Croc comes back. Which I've never actually seen before. The Croc coming back on the B scenario, but apparently it can happen.
Oh, right. Like the $6 million man, he has been rebuilt.
Because on Leon A, I saw a knife-only run where the guy just knifes the Croc and the Croc runs away at the end, and it's like, what? It's crazy. Too many. You can get poison going up there, you've got to be careful.
Oh, apparently, if you keep Marvin alive, he appears in B.
Yes, if you kill him in the A scenario, it kind of destroys the room for B scenario.
Oh, right.
I found that out when I did Leon B on PSN. Because I got the save file off Game FAQs to do the run. Because my version kept on crashing on PlayStation 3 for some reason. And somebody killed Marvin on the A scenario, so you went into the office and there was just a load of zombies inside the office, which you had to take out to get through.
Someone told me that there's a trigger. You either complete the game, the A scenario, or there's a trigger in the game which then opened up the B scenarios. And he was saying something about using the fuse in the interview. You B scenarios to unlock. Whether there's any truth to that.
To get the B scenarios, you just have to play through the A scenario in any way.
Ah, right.
Yeah, because if you finish like Leon A and then you make after the game is over save, it says Claire B, load up.
Yeah. And
it had, back in the day, it had different discs, one for Claire, one for Leon.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. It's amazing on the N64 they managed to like get 2 discs onto a cartridge. It's like,
yeah, pretty interesting.
I've never played that port. I wonder what it plays like.
So what's next for Subsonics after? Is there going to come a point, I suppose, when Resident Evil's run its course? What franchise would you step into next to give a whirl?
I mean, when it comes to the whole speedrunning like category of stuff. I've always just wanted to speedrun anything that I used to love and play growing up, no matter what the game is really. I've speedrun a lot of things on the Sega Mega Drive, PlayStation 1 and 2. But when it comes to OG RE2, I want to kind of move into some categories where it's just pad only. PSN, which I've just moved into last month. I've got 2 world records on PSN so far. Leon A, Leon B. Then I was wanting to move into original hardware after that, but that means getting a Japanese PlayStation 2 and so on and so forth. But that would be the ultimate goal, to run stuff on OG hardware.
Use like an OSSC or OSCC or something to do that?
Yeah, an OSSC capture, and they've just brought out some brand new OSSC cables as well, which are limited. Oh, where am I going? So I can do another lap of the sewers. Playing with the spider.
Swoley has said in chat that he watched a video on that the other day. They had to compress all the FMV so much to fit it on the cartridge.
I think I remember seeing a video on YouTube about it. It was pretty impressive what they did. It's a shame Resi 1 never came to N64.
Came to Sega Saturn, though.
Ah yes, Sega Saturn. The Sega Saturn port of RE1 is there. It's got a lot of interesting stuff on it.
Yeah,
like for example,
tyrant and whatnot.
It's got 2 tyrants at the end as well.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, what? I do love some OG RE1.
Yeah.
But when it comes to running OG RE1, I'm very, I don't know much. Honestly.
But with the Sega Saturn version of RE1, I believe there's like a battle mode as well, where you can actually kill Wesker in zombie form.
Yeah, I've heard of a battle mode, but I haven't actually seen it yet. I've heard about it, though. It sounds pretty interesting.
It's the same here. I've only heard things about the Saturn version, never actually played it myself.
Not played it, there is YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
It's interesting, yeah.
Why the hell, on the last day of this marathon, did the sun finally decide to come out in Wales and I'm sat in a glass case of emotion, wetting?
Typical. Well, we're getting towards Train Birkin. Train Birkin with a shotgun is, I mean, the version of Train Birkin on the B scenarios is pretty aggressive compared to A.
Interesting, very interesting.
Right, this whoop, I went the wrong way. Don't shoot Ada. Oh, I didn't push him over. I don't know how he didn't grab us again though. Through the middle of the zombies? Run straight into him. Oops. That was going well for a second. Ada sounds like Barry Burton here as well.
Brilliant.
We finally arrived. There must be something hidden here.
There must be something hidden here. Ada just goes to log into MSN. AOL.
I love the 90s PCs in Resident Evil games, the umbrella PCs.
Oh, they're so good, so good.
There's always like a random floppy disk just left on the side or something like that.
Right, so Mr. X is going to show his face in 2 seconds. Going to take an intentional hit but go on the right hand side because you get less damage. If you get hit off his left arm, you get less damage than his right arm. I didn't actually know until recently. The more you know. Diddle-a-doo.
Oh, so he's a right-handed fighter, is he?
Must be. Shotgun shells on the right. Right, let's do this. Come on, let's go.
Come on.
Yeah, I still believe Tom Parno would win in the fight versus Mr. X. I'm certain.
I am Mr. X.
Mr. X is in the chat.
I've got to ask, Mr. X, where'd you get those shoes from? Or those boots?
Watch out, Ada. Watch out, Ada. Knockout. Just waiting now. Ada, wait. Ada, wait.
Can you hear me? Come on, snap out of it.
Snap out of it. She's not gonna snap out of that.
Thanks for the pep talk, Leon.
Right, here we go. Here we go.
This is the big one.
He's huge. Reload. That would help. Oh, he jumps. It's gonna hit us. That's gotta hurt. One more hit. Ah. Done. And you gotta wait for the jump. There it is. Yeah, that's right.
GG, dude. Sorry, because I got a delay. When you said done, I was like, are you dead?
That was kind of middle of his wombo combo.
I mean,
So
Jesus
brutal,
Christ,
that
he's got
fight.
4 rounds and he's just beating hell out of you with him. What a fight!
It's like Goro of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll go find something to treat that wound. So
Pick
just
you up
rest
with his
here in
2
the
bottom arms and then beat the hell out of you with his upper arms. Like, what?
Go.
Surprised he didn't grow more arms during the fight. I've got 8 arms now. Like, what?
always ignore what I told
Picks Leon up and just throws him into the lab.
You'll be in danger if you stay with me. I know I've only known you for a short period.
If there's any more donations, feel free to read them out.
I really enjoy being with you.
We currently haven't, but guys, don't forget,
No worries.
this is for charity. It's for a great
I'm not
cause.
capable of caring about
Links
anyone,
are
but
coming into the
I
chat
want to be
now.
with you.
Links.
We're leaving this place together. Wait here for me. I'll be right back.
We showed a promo video before for the charities advert. Real touching stuff, guys. Honestly, you're doing a lot of. Your money's going to a great cause, and there is incentives to put your things against. So you can skip past the one where my name is.
Yeah, we have we have Flynn and Dan that are doing a race on RE3 later, make that Magnum %. Then I'll have one for my run on RE1 HD later tonight, which is just a bid war for costume choice.
We're at the lab. Now it gets interesting. Before I forget, I'm gonna go over here and pick up the shotgun shells because I usually forget about this. There's nothing worse than going into the very last fight and you're like, I've run out of ammo. Trying to kill him with a valve handle doesn't work.
Wish we could.
That's what you should be able to do when it's like, do you want to discard the key? You should be able to like throw it as a decoy. Right, let's do this. Damn. Don't chase us, no. Uh-oh. I've got a jumpy licker. Nice. Nice. Everybody jump. That was okay. Because normally when they follow you down to the switch, yeah, you just get swipe attacked but they both licked. That was lucky. This run's not going too bad. Because at the minute on this category I'm sitting in second place. I don't know how, but second place apparently. Ah, this bit's sketchy. This zombie can turn around and get you. checking I had ammo. Oh, gotta take him out. Because you go back through.
Oh, naked zombies.
It's just funny because on the B scenarios, every single zombie in the lab's naked. It's like, what were they doing down here?
Do we want to know?
Working on a cure, were they?
Because like on A scenario, you've got a mix of the both, but on B scenario, everybody's naked. Everybody's naked.
What would you say is the worst zombie you've encountered in your Resident Evil games? What's the one zombie that always gives you
the most problems? That's a good question. That's a very good question. Probably that one we went past, to be honest. Because that guy can just spin around and get you at any point.
Because you've been tagged a few times on the training platform by the naked dudes. I saw you posted.
Oh yes, sorry, yes.
Yeah.
When you open in the gate for the train at the end, that's very sketchy. It is on RE2 because the difference between Biohazard 2 and RE2 is on RE2 the zombies move faster. So there's lots of dodges that you can do in Biohazard 2 that you try and do in RE2 and it doesn't work.
Oh,
It's
right.
like, holy crap. Like for example, like opening the gate for the train at the end, there's a zombie that can like fly out the A scenario route and just grab you.
Interesting.
There is that. Because when people think of the
How about you,
differences...
Tom? Oh, sorry, Sob, keep going.
when people think of the differences between RE2 and Biohazard 2, they just think it's a few extra zombies, but it's totally not the case at all.
Oh, it is interesting. I suppose it's one of those things, isn't it? It's, you see it in a lot of games, different countries. It sounds daft to get different RNG, different sort of enemy placements and stuff.
It's just mad because like Japanese games have been doing that ever since like the 16-bit days. Like a good example is Streets of Rage 3 and Bare Knuckle 3. Like Streets of Rage 3 is hard as nails and Bare Knuckle 3 is so easy. Mad.
Yeah.
Time to get naked.
We had Spooky Penguin on yesterday running the RE7 DLC, and because he was running the Japanese version, they're not allowed to show decapitation. So there was quite a few deaths on there where they weren't. It was basically like a neck bomb instead.
All right.
So I thought it was absolutely interesting.
That sounds interesting. I picked up an extra first aid spray there. Just in case.
There's nothing wrong with safe strats, dude.
Not at all. That's the thing, how many other runners have died in a run? Has anybody died in a run yet during the marathon? Or was it just... was everybody finishing runs?
We had Mr. Silent Vid did a reset because he used too much arrows on the crossbow in Code Veronica.
Oh, right, okay.
Suika died in a race yesterday to G4. He had to YOLO basically.
G4, everybody's favourite.
And Swoley shouting himself out on chat.
Swoley had a painful G2, but he did it, you know, he knuckled down and he knocked it out of the park. But yeah,
and back to our caveman last night, he did run out on grenade rounds and tried to kill Plant 42 in RE1 HD with a pistol.
Ooh, that sounds brutal.
But no, it's we've had some, and I suppose it's good, you know, you get that the first person dies or whatever, and then the pressure kind of comes off then, doesn't it?
Yeah, true.
I'm not saying the first person to die is the one that's going to be like, ha 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 ha, you know, it's just, you know, then if you die, it's no problem because someone else is happy with someone else.
Yeah, like, things do change when you know that you're in a race, like race conditions. I've been in a race once when I first ever started speedrunning this, and yeah, it does put the pressure right on you, like, you just end up making loads of little mistakes that you never usually do.
I had that yesterday in my race. I've never forgotten the electric box. The second one in a run ever, and then it's a race. Oh, it's still in the room. Not in my inventory.
Yeah, I screwed up last night because I stopped. I had a perfect plan 42 on handgun only.
I know her.
Nice.
Didn't take a single tickle. And then I happened to stop and talk to Barry for a chat on the way out. Triggered Barry's animation. I was like, oh my god.
And he doesn't stop talking either.
For that 12-second lead I just got, I just lost.
Oh no. That's Richard O'Brien again. Right, this box puzzle is very, very precise.
And Flynn talking about races, Dan Spence put in Discord, I'm still good to give Flynn some more smoke tonight.
Basically bragging about elderly abuse. Terrible.
Terrible.
Terrible. Or we should do it as in a pest way. Dan Spence ain't got nothing for me.
Just for you to apply the grease.
Alright, there, you've got to be very, very careful there. The glitch, when you glitch behind the box, if you go too far there, which is so easily done, you just get stuck. Reach for the F9. Hey, we're getting towards the end.
That has cost a lot of people a lot of runs, because I've seen people reset on the box puzzle.
It's weird, because like, with on Claire B it's not too bad, but on Leon B, like, you literally get it like a fraction out of line and that's it. It's like, what?
Run!
Like, I've done it that many times, like, even I can't get my head around it at times when it goes wrong. It's like, Ada, no! Quick shots to the face. To drop an input. Mr. X goes for the triple front flip.
Oh my, I'm going to start running this category now, after seeing Ada get walloped like that.
Leon.
A is so bored, it's like, don't go, Ada, I'm holding on. I wanted to start a life with you. No one wants to hear it, but on this one, boom.
Leon's like, I'll always remember you. All the times you just go, Ada, wait! Good times. Good times.
That's why we need a version of the game with Mango's edit.
Oh, Mango didn't edit and it's perfect. It was just like, literally, Leon, just let me go. And then it cuts in.
Oh, and he just lets go.
Go.
That's brilliant, that.
Ada.
Ada, no.
No.
I'd be more worried about the electrics next to it. He wired that up.
It's always Umbrella secret underground labs that either burst into flames or go into some type of electrical meltdown.
World's worst tradesman. I'll wire this up for you. Explosions.
I think the red wire goes there.
Every RE game seems to have some sort of countdown at the end, doesn't it?
Yeah. And they always like fly away in a helicopter and nuke the lab. Apart from this, where they go away in a train. Like RE1, fly away in a helicopter, blow up the mansion. RE2, fly away in a train and blow up the lab. RE3, fly away in a helicopter and nuke the lab. RE4, I don't actually know. What happens at the end of RE4?
RE4.
He was at the island, wasn't he? He was going to blow up and the escape.
Yeah, and escape on a jet ski.
RE5, you're just blowing everything up from start to finish.
Yeah.
RE6, I don't think anybody finished RE6.
What happens in RE0?
That's a good question, actually. What happens in RE0?
Shake hands at the end.
Yeah, they shake hands and Rebecca says Billy Cohen is no more.
And then Rebecca goes from a hard ass to shit scared in RE1. Sorry, I shouldn't swear there, but hey ho. I'll leave you guys through.
What I don't get with Rebecca is she can service a helicopter, but she can't play the piano for shit. Like, I don't get that.
She can't service a helicopter, that's why they crashed.
Yeah. I'll service the helicopter.
I'm a new medic. I can do it.
Kind of like a cat walking across a piano, didn't it? It's like bam, bam, bam.
Sherry?
It's like Sherry going, I'll fix the train. It's like, no you won't.
Funny enough, there is a piano segment in RE0 as well, and she can't play, and Billy has to.
Billy's the cultured convict.
Yeah.
The emergency elevator just breaks down. That's some bad RNG. Reset.
We have the gorilla stance again.
Yeah, Mango pointed that out, that on the elevator screen it says gorilla stance.
Is it?
At the end of the black there in the green it says gorilla stance.
No, I've never been in an elevator where it's like B1.
I'm sure this bit
two,
here, Leon's
gorilla
just
stance.
like, should I save her or should I throw it underneath the train? And he's probably like, I should probably save her. Why is he stopped there?
There is Mango. Gorilla stance.
Here he is.
Claire should be back soon.
Claire should be
let's
back
get real.
soon. It's gonna be interesting to look at my shotgun ammo when I pick up this key. Have I picked it all up? Let's find out. I think so. I've got 21 shots left. I think it's 5 for Tyrant and 15 for Birkin at the end.
Do you use the rocket launcher against the Tyrant, or is it literally you don't pick that up and you just shotgun?
Yeah, you do. The only way to kill Tyrant is to use the RPG.
Yeah, it's like the remake then. Super Tyrant.
Super. We're getting close. Dude.
That joint plug is professionally stored compared to RE2 remake where it's just left on the side table.
Yes.
Right, here we go.
Good luck.
Thank you. Rah.
Here, use this.
Ada, is that you? Ada!
Ada.
Game over.
He nearly got us there. Game over. Explosions. Just take a piece of Tyrant with you as a
camera
souvenir.
angles. Whoop, whoop.
I'd love to do that. Just replace Tyrant with with Sherry. Just watch Sherry explode.
Well, Tom tried to do that yesterday on his run, but it wouldn't allow it.
Hold
So
still,
that
Sherry.
is a GG on that dude. Now we're on to the final monster. Are we?
Big Willy, yeah.
Yeah. Unintended, I bet there, Tom, was it?
Yeah, getting through this bit on RE2 compared to Biohazard 2 is very, very, very sketchy. Biohazard 2, it's okay. Everybody moves slow. Whoop. Nice.
I'm a big fan of the depressed zombies when you run past them and they're just like, the meals just ran past them. It's like,
Not like the lady zombies in RE2 remake, they just screams there on the top of the lungs.
What was that?
God, yeah. Karens that are there, and they.
Hazardous
Karens.
outbreak imminent. The emergency system has been activated. This train will detonate.
You know what? I think I might be 1 round short. Hopefully not. We'll see.
What's wrong?
Thing is, with Birkin at the end, it's either 14 or 15, and I've got 14. Gonna be close.
Does harsh language work against him? See, there was a bit of an aliens thing there. I don't know if anyone picked up on that.
I would just go to the front of the train and just unhook the train. Done. Massive time save. Time! Throw the shotgun on him.
World record sweats.
Yeah, man. Look at the size of him. It's like, what? Just throw Sherry in.
Like the Predator's face on steroids.
It is as well. Right, let's go. Uh-oh. Last shot! And he's dead. Nice.
GG, dude.
Thank you very much. That was awesome.
Now that is what we call squeaky bum type.
So there you have it, Leon B shotgun only.
And that's what we call making every shot count.
Yes,
Look
literally.
at all that hype in chat as well.
Yeah.
Thank you guys, thank you everybody, hope everybody enjoyed that. I'll tell you what's a good challenge, Leon A, handgun only. Trying to kill G4 with a handgun is, it's fun.
Oh, I know that one. It's painful, isn't it?
Trying to quick shoot with the pad is,
But you guys are in for a treat because you are going to hear the best bass line in any song ever coming up.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. When we saw your submissions, we really wanted to get it in because it's slightly different to everyone else's normal runs, so to speak. This was a blast to watch, dude.
Thank you very much, guys. That was absolutely awesome. It's a shame the FMVs don't play on PC.
5709, lovely.
I think my record's 5529. World record's 5519.
Yeah,
I think there's only 5 or 6 people on this category, so it should be everybody jump into Leon B.
It's 5 people on there.
Just dive into Leon B.
Get top.
Yeah, I think you've got people curious now, though, looking at it.
That's interesting.
Guys, I'm going to do my final little thing before we let Sub say his goodbyes. But remember, you know the crack. Drop him a follow. That's what we do. We support everybody that's streaming here now today. Fantastic run. He's just shown you a fantastic run.
A big thank you to MattRPD and all the event organisers, Team RPD. Massive hats off to you, like big respect. Thank you guys, and thank you for including me on this marathon. It means a lot, dude, so thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed it. Like.
Dude, we are over the moon that you participated, honestly.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love this run.
Well, that being said, we are going to go to transition. Next up is RE7 New Game Plus Any Percent with Captain Ezekiel. So stick around, guys. We're just going to get that set up, and we'll be right back.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.